Buenas, buenos dias from Medellin. Today we are going to Comuna 13. I don't know much about it, but apparently it's a barrio for tourists, or safe for tourists. So I'm excited to see what it's about. Oh, the sun's out here, damn. I'm excited to see what it's about and what it has to offer us. And I think we're going to visit one of the houses of Pablo Escobar too. So that's pretty exciting. So yeah, I'm going to take you guys with me. I'm still kind of beat up from the last night, but we're still here. Vamos. Check it out. Check out the view. Check it out. Man, this place is amazing. That's where we are, on the top floor. VIP shit. VIP recognized VIP. Man, just look at the view here, man. I can never get tired of this. Never. I'm a fan of the ocean, a big fan of the ocean, but the mountains and then all the buildings and stuff, man. Yeah. I just love Earth. I love it. I love nature. Our trusty Uber has arrived. Vamos. Man, check it out. Look at the horizon. Man, I'll never get tired of this. Check this place out. And when you think of Medellin or Colombia, you wouldn't think of all these nice things, but it's here. There's this and then there's a hood. You pick what you want. I don't mind both. But man, this place is beautiful. Check it out. Okay, so we have decided to change plans. We are now going to the Pablo Escobar Museum because we couldn't get to Comuna 13 because nobody wanted to take us. So we decided to just change plans on the spot. And I'd very much rather this, because check this out, man. Check it out, the man himself, the icon, the legend, Pablo Escobar. Man, there's more murals about him over there. Pablo Escobar. Let's see what this museum is all about. Not what I was expecting, but just check it out. Vamos, boys. Oh, so here is where we just pay. We're not even here yet. So, yeah. Let's just sort everything out and then I'll be back with you shortly.
2, 3.
El Patron.
Guys, welcome to the museum. Register, open your guest.
No, that's crazy.
That's great. Thank you.
So this is one of Pablo's stash houses.
Okay, guys, so this is the main bunker of the house, and this space was just for hiding his money. As I told before, this space tries to concentrate the most important characteristics: secret doors, security, bank doors. This one is original, but actually this door was not here, it was in another property. Also, you can find here solid and concrete walls reinforced with steel for keeping the humidity out. So you can do it strong there, right there, strong. But listen to that, it's different.
Yeah.
Completely different.
That one's more hollow. This one is.
Concrete with steel.
Jesus.
Also, let me show you here
Concrete
ways
and
to
steel.
skateboard tunnels. This is a tunnel that is connected with a biscocho farm. So that farm doesn't exist anymore because it was like demolished by the majority in 2009, and that's why all the tunnels here were fully covered. Everyone's welcome, guys.
I'm about to go under this tunnel. Fuck, I'm going in.
Yeah, and around the walls, as you can see.
This is one of these escape tunnels to stash money and escape.
14 pictures of his life from the beginning.
Wow.
Pablo Escobar Gaviria was born on December 1st, 1949 in Rio Negro. Rio Negro is where the airport is located. At the age of 10, his family decided to move to Envigado due to the violence, because actually Pablo grew up in the environment of 1950s when Colombia emerged from a civil war. Actually, it was a war between two political parties. And that's why he moved. After moving, his childhood was in a middle-class neighborhood. It was normally. Actually, he didn't experience it very harshly. It was kind of big, because actually he was part of the middle class. At the age of 14, he started his criminal career stealing tombstones in marble from the graves for resale. He was stealing just words in another cemeteries. At the age of 16, between 16 and 18, he was smuggling merchandise from Panama to Colombia, like cigarettes, liquors, and kind of electrodomestics too. Between 20 and 22, he was committing bank robberies with his cousin Gustavo Gaviria, and he was involved in the business of the weed as a dealer. And stealing marijuana in the streets. At the age of 23, he met the Chilean chemist called El Cucaracho. El Cucaracho was the person who taught him how to produce the cocaine from the plant. And having the idea, he didn't have money. So he was looking for investments, and he met three rich people actually from Colombia, and he convinced them to invest in the business. And they were Ochoa brothers. Jorge Luis, Juan David, Fabio Ochoa, and Pablo Escobar. They four founded Cartel de Medellin in 1974. They realized that the biggest cocaine trade was in the United States. And he was looking for ways for cocaine exportation. And he met the first person who could achieve this. You know who maybe? Actually, it was a Colombian woman. Her name? With G. Yeah, the good mother, the Black Widow, Griselda Blanco.
Oh, Blanco, yes.
Yeah, Griselda Blanco was actually the first person who was smuggling cocaine to the United States.
Yeah.
She started with business, and basically she was his teacher. Pablo was learning a lot of things from her, and with the brilliant idea that he had, I'm gonna tell you what was the idea, he controlled 92% of the cocaine trade in the United States. Also, he became the one who
He was controlling 92%.
Yeah. It was a beginning.
Yeah, just in the United States. Around the world was like 80%, because actually
80% around the world.
after 1979,
What the hell?
was controlled a lot
He
of.
was in the Forbes. You know the list of
Exactly,
wealthy?
yeah.
He was in the Forbes list.
That's what I'm about to say.
Flipping it.
Because he also was considered one of the richest men in the world after controlling all this. And Forbes magazine, according to Forbes magazine, the Colombian Robin Hood was considered one of the few billionaires in the world. Because his net worth in 1979 was around $3 and $4 billion, just when the cartel was starting. He made a big mistake, and his biggest mistake actually was
Politics.
getting involved with politics.
Politics, yeah.
That's why all his previous activities or his criminal past, all of them were completely exposed, and he was expelled from the Congress. After being expelled, he made another mistake. His second mistake was killing the person who exposed him, the Justice Minister Rodrigo Lara Bonilla. When the minister was murdered by him, started the war between Pablo and the government. But after starting the war against the government, the Colombian government, also he started another war because the American government come here for offering support. And when the United States started with military bases, the answer from Pablo was blowing up the American embassy. That's why he declared the war against the American government too. This war took 9 years, and he was earning a lot of people who wanted to kill him, enemies. His enemies started to organize themselves, creating groups. The most famous, Pepes. Exactly. You know the story very well. So, Pepes means people persecuted by Pablo Escobar, but basically the same in Spanish. Personas perseguidas por Pablo Escobar. And that's the reason why he's found 9 years later. Pablo Escobar Gaviria passed away on December 2nd in 1993, a day after his birthday, actually, on a rooftop in a house located here in the city, in a middle-class neighborhood called Los Olivos. It's close to the stadium I saw before. Also, yeah, it was a house, and actually it's close to the military base, Colombian military base here.
It was a roof, right? He was
Yeah, in a
escaping,
rooftop. He was trying to escape. He was caught, but actually, then I'm gonna tell you what was a real story on that rooftop, because Pablo was murdered there, but actually he had a different story, but he died on that rooftop. They had 7 children. They were Roberto Escobar, the elder brother, was actually a professional cyclist who got involved in the business with his brother. Roberto was one of the most important members of the cartel who deserved to brought to justice in 1992. But 1 year later, in 1993, being in jail, he received a letter bomb in his own jail, and he was opening the letter and it blew up in his head. However, Roberto is still alive, blind, deaf, but alive. He is 78 years old and he's living in a house 7 minutes from here.
He lives in Medellin?
Yeah, he's been right out here, like in Las Palmas Avenue, 28.
Wow.
Gloria Inés, the richest one in his siblings. Gloria Inés, Algemiro, Alba Marina, Luz Maria, and they are 4 siblings. They are still alive, and they were affected by the Pablo's War II because when Pablo died, they were attacked by different enemies. That's why they were looking for a safe place out of the country, but they were expelled from 16 different countries. That's why they had to stay here, in the most dangerous place for them.
Bueno, Argentina son más kids Pablo.
Because actually they didn't, so they actually don't have a relationship between among them. And they are
Change their
like,
name,
yeah.
Change their name.
So you changed the name because they were including a witness protection program. Yeah. Luis Fernando Escobar, the youngest one, actually was the first person who died. This guy died at the age of 19 because of a train car accident with the drunk police officers. Because the officers wanted to confiscate his car illegally, so they started to fight inside the car, and that caused the accident.
He's
The car,
19.
He was 19, yeah.
He's 40, right?
Older, yeah, before wasn't like that. So Paulo looked older too. So Paulo is kind of beat up man, especially with the money. That's why they come here, write the wishes, the bills, and try to buy the homes. These homes, try looking for it now.
Wait, who does it?
Tourists like people. Yeah. Here we can find an artistic representation of Pablo Escobar himself. So Pablo was doing different social projects, and one of the benefits that he was given was careers in different parts of the world. Julio Londoño is one of the artists from Colombia who received benefits from here. Julio Londoño studied his career in Florence, Italy. That's why Julio is still grateful with Pablo, and he built this. And his own point of view about Pablo Escobar. So what is the meaning of this? This is a version, but our version here is pregnant. And the name of this is the sinner angel, because Julio considers Pablo Escobar as a good person who made very bad decisions, who did very bad things. He basically describes Pablo Escobar as an angel with a big sin inside. Said the Americans who are the addicts worry the Latin American people are going to jail because it's just a business. Pablo said, if you have problems in your house, figure it out. It's not my problem, this is my business. And just
It's true.
yeah, the theory is true. Say it again?
It's a picture of Pablo Escobar's
$10 million reward?
Yeah.
You got it.
body.
The officer.
Officer.
No, the government.
And that's the picture of his body. They claim that Pablo Escobar was killed by, the police, the Colombian forces, the US forces, or whatever. But in reality, that picture proved that he killed himself with his own weapon.
He killed himself.
They only claimed that they got him because, well, for reward, $10 million reward at the time was a lot of money. So, yeah, it's crazy. It's dark, but it's also fascinating at the same time.
And it is said that was murdered by kidnapped for a motorcycle on September 3rd in 2012 here. Basically, she was a victim of terrorism.
So motorbikes by hitmen,
Yeah.
drive-bys by motorcycles.
She was coming to Miami, and for the killers, it were easy to escape by these motorcycles and cars, because in cars they were stacking traffic. Also there in the other car you can find two racing cars. This is the way in which Pablo was cleaning his money. The laundry was racing. He was trying to justify or cleaning his money with his sponsors, brands. He would rap his brother, Bicicletas Osito. This here, one of the 35 cars owned by Al Capone. Al Capone, this Italo-American criminal, was an inspiration for him. So he went to Chicago looking for in the collection of his cars. He bought them and put it inside the building.
Wow.
Unfortunately, mostly of them were destroyed. This is one there. And these are glass wrap. find three special and warm cars. And these kind of cars were designed when John F. Kennedy was murdered. So actually, the design started like 2 years later, in 1965. But the model of these ones is recently 1980 and 1992, I think. So, in the dark ones, Pablo suffered an attempted murder when he was expelled from the Congress in Bogota in 1982. So he was going out from the Congress and he received 23 shots. This is his personal car. And the Congress bodyguards received 75 shots from different points with a machine gun.
Everyone survived these assassination attempts. Look at the bullet holes in this car. I don't know if you can see that, but look at this one. This car got lit up. There's even more bullet holes on the other side. And the back. Wow. Right, so just got back from the Pablo Escobar Museum. That was a good experience, I can't lie. Seen some things that I've never seen before, especially that picture. Some hidden truths there, which is crazy. Just check out the view. The sun's about to go down. And guys, this view, man, you can never get tired of it. Never. Just check it out. Man, this is amazing. Check it out. Medellin. Can't lie, I could live here, man. Don't be surprised if I move here. We're gonna end the video here. Tomorrow is the last day. I'm not sure what we're gonna do, but we'll figure it out. We might step out, we might have a chilled one, who knows, but yeah. See you guys in the next one.